What's up, guys? I'm John.
Hey, I'm Peter.
So today we're gonna do some marbling crafts with you guys. As you can see here, Pete did these shoes with our friend Silka the other day, which we have clips in another video that I'll link below. But we tried out a bunch of different marbling kits and we arrived at this one.
These right here. Bought it at what, Blick?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon too.
Yeah.
If it explodes, beware because they will call hazmat. Because that is what happened this week. So we're starting off, with a bang. So Pete and I have decided we're going to do a pair of Chuck Taylors, 2 baseball caps, some woven cotton.
Oh, we have t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Plain white t-shirts.
Yeah.
Cotton fabric that we can cut and sew into whatever we want, really.
Yeah.
And then there's some vinyl leather.
And then, what are you going to show us how to do with the cotton? You forgot. No, you're gonna take us all through making a shirt.
Oh, right. So after, we haven't decided if we're gonna marble first the cutout pattern pieces or marble the fabric. Probably the pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll fit in the tub better.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go through the steps of making a shirt that John and I have made multiple times.
Yeah.
Turn your band around. That's a good pretty band.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah, and that'll be a fun thing that we can make and wear around and see what happens.
Cool. All right. So just a little background. So marbling started in Japan, and it was used as it was kind of a very organic art form, and it was used on a bunch of papers. It was a decorative art, and the reason that we have these fans is actually utilitarian. You can wave the fan and move the ink around on a thickened substrate that gives you all these unique patterns. Like no pattern is alike. It was picked up by, I believe, the Dutch and moved over into Europe, and they started making these beautiful papers, and the English wanted to take those papers and use them on the inside of books, like you've seen with a lot of leather-bound books.
Yeah, some leather.
Well, there was a high tax that was put on those papers, and the Dutch would then wrap candy and toys into the marbleized paper and then ship over the toys and the candy to the English, who then would unwrap the papers, press the papers, and then use them in their book bindings. So it has a lot of history. It dates back to, I believe, like the 1600s, but it's considered a luxury art form. It's taken adaptations.
Obviously.
But you can basically marble anything. I would suggest things that are white and light, because we have wear tested a bunch of different products that are out on the market for marbling, and this is the best one for anything involving fabric.
Yeah, there are a bunch of options, and this one it says specifically for fabric and paper, so it's sort of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and the pattern on the box, actually, the Jacquard box, is, you can see the pattern is a bit psychedelic. That's because the English started to comb the dyes and things like that on the substrate. But everything that you need for this is available in the kit, which we've linked below. It's $20. And it will last you a while. So Pete and I are gonna follow up with a bunch of videos in hopes that you guys can buy this kit and then use it up. You won't have anything left over, and you'll have a ton of stuff. And then we'll show you all the things that we wound up with, and then hopefully have some feedback from you guys on what we can share and what you made and things like that.
Yeah, and how it went for you, and any tips or tricks. Because our first time doing it took us a while to get into like a groove on how to get certain effects, certain looks. So it's all about playing and learning. Yeah,
and if you have any questions about the other products that we used, sound off below. We used Easy Marble Kit, we used the Japanese kit, we used something else. We bought like independent pigments, the Suminagashi kit we used. They say on them that they're not ready for fabric, but just to show you a couple of quick things of what we did, if you look, these are papers that our friend Annalisa did. This one you want to show? You did that.
Yeah, this is one of mine that I did. This is paper, really beautiful colors. We did leather too. Leather swatch, that one came out really cool. I like just sort of spattering the inks when I would do them, so you get like tiny little spots too, which I thought.
Yeah, you wound up with like the most saturated prints of everyone. And they had a real retro vibe. Like this one was yours too.
Oh yeah, those ones are pretty.
We tried to match them in pairs with the leather because we're going to be showing you guys how to make bags and collars on shirts, just to give you like a little fashion forward.
Yeah, what you can do with what you make.
Yeah, we wanted to do marbling, and then Dries Van Noten came out with the new collection, and it had all those marbleized prints on it, which were digitized. They were beautiful, but it really sparked our interest on doing this. So these are pieces of handbag weight leather, actual leather, from that I got from a production when I was at Kate Spade. These are some of the ones I did. This is leather. The beautiful thing about this process is that if you hate what you did, let it dry and do it again. So this is 3 layers, and finally by the end I was so fed up with it, I just started shooting copper spray paint into the pan. And I actually wound up with these, which are messy, but they were first trials, and I really like them. They read as like almost like a stone. And then after that, I got a little bit more, I started spraying the spray paint into a tub and flicking it into the paint. And so I wound up with these more that I could mess around with. You have to be careful with the spray paint because it does create a film, so when you drag it, it gets a bit of a skin and pulls wrinkles into it, which you can see right here. But overall, it's still like, you get a lot of bang for your buck with this. I think no one's really doing this in like an attainable fashion level. So I think if you go out in a shirt that you've marbled or shoes or something, like you're gonna get noticed. Here's 2 more of Pete's.
Oh yeah.
These really, really saturated, cool colors that he did. And you got like hot pink in there.
I know. Whatever, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make this into a little clutch.
Yeah, so we'll do a video with clutches. We'll make shirts that are marbled, and then we'll do regular shirts with the marbled leather collar. There'll be a video with the shoes showing you how to dip those, because those dip a little bit differently than in the tray. So when you get the kit, it comes with everything you need. But I guess most importantly for your medium is the tray that you use, because you have to be able to lay the entire thing down in the tray in which you've done the marbling in, because when it picks up the ink, it takes all of it off. So you have to then redo the pattern to print again. And that's the only warning. And then, if you're doing something 3D, remember to get something a little deeper.
Yeah, the shoes.
So you can dip it all the way in. You don't want it to hit the bottom of the pan. Kind of like with eyeshadow. Alright, so then I'm actually not wearing any makeup, so I need to put a little on. I just realized I look like I climbed out of the womb. Yeah, so then we're going to iron the fabric, cut our fabrics, get some clips going for you guys, and then we're just going to take you through the fun part of marbling, some different combing techniques you can do, and that's it. So enjoy.
See you in a second.